Welcome to the Tech Byte. Today I provide best gaming PC build under $600 of 2018. So let's get started. You want to dive into PC gaming? $600 can sound too little for a starting budget, but trust me, this price range can get you best $600 gaming PC that is well over the abilities of a PS4 Pro. 1080p won't be a problem at all, and pushing 1440p and VR shouldn't be an issue either. The Intel Core i3 8100 CPU is one of the top cheap CPUs you can get right now, and it effectively decimates AMD's options in the same price range, at least when it comes to single-core/gaming performance. With this processor, you'll be able to enjoy your games without any CPU bottlenecks for mid-range GPUs up to the RX 580. Past that, you may want to upgrade to a higher-end Intel i5 or i7 processor. With the upgrade to the i3 8100 in this build, we've actually managed to find a sub-$200 Intel processor with quad cores, which is actually pretty nuts. Previously, quad cores used to be locked behind the i5 line, but the increasing competition from AMD has meant that Intel has had to boost core counts in their lower-end CPUs to keep up. While this shouldn't make a major difference in the long run, it should still make a meaningful one. Live streaming and high refresh rate gaming is still recommended against with this CPU, but rendering video should be quite possible. The RX 580 will be more than enough for 1080p gaming, and should offer a fine experience at 1080p and 1440p. Performance-wise, it decimates the GTX 1063GB and trades blows with the GTX 1066GB, and should be the better pick over the latter GPU in general. In this price range, AMD has simply dominated the competition, and that's quite the achievement. 8GB of dual-channel DDR4 and means that you don't need to worry about RAM issues with your favorite games and applications. Unless you have a hobby centered around opening and forgetting dozens of Chrome tabs at a time, this will be more than enough for your needs. And it's even a little bit faster than entry-level DDR4 RAM. The Hitachi Ultrastar 2TB HDD is many things. It's the primary storage you'll be using in this build, since we can't really afford an SSD in this price range. It offers the best price per gigabyte out of all the 2TB HDDs currently on the market, and it's built by a reliable manufacturer. Truthfully, not much more to say than that. But if you're hungry for an SSD, we have some in our higher-end builds. Upcoming videos where I will consider them. Good PSUs come from reputable manufacturers and ensure long-term safety and stability for your build. EVGA is one of those reputable manufacturers, and while this PSU may not have the modularity required for the smoothest installation process, it will keep you and your components safe. Bad PSUs short out your components and start fires. You probably don't want that, which is why we didn't go any cheaper than this for a budget build. Essentially, we just picked out what worked best here. You're not going high-end enough to justify spending an extra $50, $80 on an OC-capable motherboard, so you might as well just go with something cheap from a reliable brand, like Gigabyte. That's what we did here. Since motherboards don't really impact performance, you're also welcome to slap in a stronger i3 or i5 CPU in here once you have the money for it. This is a budget case, even though it absolutely does not look like one. Honestly, we're genuinely shocked that a computer case under $40 can look this good, but it does. Featuring 3 fans right out of the box and a slick dust filter on the front, this case should provide stellar airflow and cooling for your components. Aesthetically, it also looks very clean and slick. No unnecessary LEDs or gamer designs seen here. It just looks like a very nice computer case. Why is this the best custom PC for the price of $600? You're not going to get a better value out of a $600 gaming PC build. We looked at our competitors and noticed broken links, overpriced builds, and some that were still using inferior 1050 TIS or 1063 GBS. We like to learn from the mistakes of our competition, not emulate them, so we made absolutely sure that we were on top of our game and produced a smart budget PC build. The RX 580 is going to provide PS4 Pro performance or better. 1080p gaming at 60 FPS on max settings will be a breeze, while 1440p, 1080p 144Hz, and VR will all start becoming accessible with the power in this machine. Truthfully, we couldn't be happier with the performance on display here, and we think you'll feel the same way. What games can this PC run? Fortnite, 1080p will be a breeze with this setup, thanks to the included RX 580 GPU. However, 1440p may not be as easy to get running, and may require more significant compromises in settings to achieve 60 FPS. PUBG should be playable at 1080p high or max settings, but 1440p isn't going to happen above medium settings. The CPU may actually end up being a slight bottleneck as well. MHW should be easily playable at 1080p and high settings with this PC build, but 1440p will require some compromises to settings. League is lightweight and dependable as always, so pushing 1080p at 144Hz shouldn't be an issue here. 1440p should be playable, too. Overwatch, 1440p 60 at high settings should be achievable, but may require a few settings to be turned down. 1080p at max should push over 100 FPS, even more if you turn down some settings. Siege should be playable at 1440p, but due to the weaker CPU in this build you may need to turn down the settings to medium to maintain 60 FPS. 1080p won't be a problem, though. Warframe runs excellently at both 1080p and 1440p, and shouldn't require any major compromises at either resolution. GTA V should allow you to push it to 1440p and 60 FPS at medium settings, but if you want prettier graphics you may want to run it down to 1080p. TF2 is CPU centric, so don't expect the i3 to push super high frames in this title without a performance config. However, your general performance should be just fine, even at 1440p. This budget range PC build season is over now. If you like our budget range PC build videos, then hit the like button. Let us know if you still want us to build mid-range gaming PC build, which will come soon in the future. Smile.